Good morning. Nick Markey here, physical therapist, online fitness coach, walking out here in the rain, bring you this awesome words and video, and of course to get my daily walk-in with Snickers. Little earlier today, which is okay. Someday I gotta do a little quick talk about sleep, whatnot. So anyways, today just wanted to hit upon one of those personal topics, being true to yourself. Kind of one of those kitschy sayings, you always hear people say stuff like that. But what does that really mean? Being true to yourself. I think a lot of times we'll wear a lot of masks, and because we want to, fit in, we're very tribal creatures, animals, and if we perceive that, maybe the thing that we want to be or be around is not, doesn't seem to be part of the tribe, oftentimes we'll put on that mask so that we can feel like we fit in with the tribe. And, for me, from personal experience, I remember, growing up, I used to, I'm a big nerd, so I was playing, Dungeons and Dragons, when I was a kid, up to into middle school. And when I got into high school, I went to a football school called De La Salle. And so, that kind of made me feel like, oh wow, this is like a totally, different tribe, right? Well, I didn't think the word tribe back then, but you get what I mean. So I basically hid it. I didn't even, go near it forever. In fact, I gave away the books, which I regret because they were pretty cool books. And it's just silly. Like, who cares? Yeah, someone could make fun of you, for you, liking, certain things or, whatever sort of games like Dungeons and Dragons or whatever. But ultimately, you got to do the things that you enjoy and not worry about what others, think about you. And I guess it's easier said than done because, like I said, we are tribal animals, and so we want to fit in. But with that being said, you probably can find others that would be happy to join your tribe. And the magic of the internet and social media, you can now connect with plenty of other people that want to be in the similar tribe as you of the things you already like, right? And so, and I think with that being said, it's important, not to only be yourself, but to give room for others to be themselves as well. Talking to other people about, what they enjoy doing, giving them that space to open up, because they may be kind of feeling like they can't maybe express themselves as much for whatever reason. And if you preempt that and give them that space to do so, it would, I don't know, to me that's just a very nice thing to do as a fellow human being. And you never know, maybe that's a friend or something that you didn't really know you had. So anyways, I thought that just would be an interesting topic for those of you out here. If you have something that you want to open up about, you can drop a comment below, or maybe do one of these lives, talk about the things you enjoy. For me, just in terms of that kind of stuff, I enjoy, playing board games, dice, dominoes, card games, Phase 10, I'm sure you all have heard of, and other card games, not so much like poker or anything like that. Not really into gambling. I like playing the cool, board games out there nowadays that have, seems like board games have really exploded. Like these tabletop games, there are all sorts of different ones. And especially because a lot of them are fantasy or sci-fi based and stuff. And there's a ton of them out there. And they're pretty fun. And, also playing, tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons. I haven't really played online with this quarantine, or really played at all since moving here and starting the business. But it's definitely something I want to get back into. And in fact, there's a awesome local place called Sideboard Cafe, and then it's attached to an actual game shop. So I don't know if they're open right now, but definitely want to go hit them up and run a game over there. Support one of my local people, and it's just that's a really cool concept, having a cafe game shop. What else? I used to play a lot of video games. I was one of those World of Warcraft players for a long time. Wasted a lot of hours doing that. Haven't really played many video games in a while, actually, to be honest. Which I'm not missing that much. And I don't know, I like talking about, I personally like to talk with people about, philosophy, kind of existentialism, why we exist and things like that. I like to talk about politics, and I like to talk about it with lots of different people of different persuasions in that sense, because I know a lot of people get heated, but I like to hear what other people think in terms of that. I like to talk about sci-fi, kind of futurism, and I do enjoy history. I enjoy, because it is, they're just stories. Potentially true stories, because it all depends on the sources you read. So lots of fun, interesting topics there. I think my favorite topic to talk about, to be honest, though, is talking about future advancement in terms of nanotechnology and biotechnology, stuff with replacing our bodies with robotics, and merging with AI and all that stuff fascinates me. So anyone that wants to talk about that, you got my ear. Hit me up. And then, for me, fun stuff is just screwing around with the kids, jumping in the pool, rolling around on the scooter. I'm basically just kind of like a big kid. Probably sometimes to the annoyance of my wife. I like to walk around in the rain. It's raining right now, but it feels pretty good. I'm just wearing a vest. Snickers seems to be okay with it right now. She usually hates the rain. Anyways, enough about me. Let's talk about you. Yeah, drop some things you like to do. Drop some things that you enjoy doing, enjoy talking about. And let's learn about each other. Since we're all stuck, things seem to be opening up a little bit. So, yeah, I think that's enough rambling for today. I hope you have a good start to your week. It's a Monday, and hopefully it starts off great for you, and Let me know if you need anything. Peace.